Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of my F1 2009 My Team Career Mode. This is round 10, the Hungarian Grand Prix. 6 rounds remain and the championship is getting red hot. It's becoming a really big battle between myself, Jarno Trulli, Timo Glock, 2 Toyotas versus one 97 racing car, and we're going to try our best to fight and battle for that title. Now guys, if you haven't seen the last video, the last episode at Silverstone, our home race, go check it out, link in the top right. Spoiler warning ahead, so this is your chance to go click off the video now. But here we are, a new weekend, and to be fair, there's going to be a few changes for this one because we are in a bit of an awkward phase right now, so let me explain what I mean by that. The first thing is going to be the engine. So the energy store is knackered and we've used both of them already, so that does mean we're going to have to take a grid drop this weekend, and we'll get into that in just a minute. For now though, this weekend you can see we have activities taken care of. Power department focus, not really that important. Also sponsor event, not also important because we've now got the level of acclaim that we need for the sponsorship, so we're looking pretty healthy. Upgrade wise, as you just saw, we've got one on the way for the major ones, and we can't really purchase anything else. They're all about 1200 points, so pretty much all we can do right now is wait for upgrades. There's nothing else we can do. We've got decent facilities, decent cash flow, a good teammate, and you know, we're locked in with driver perks. There's nothing more we can do besides wait and get enough points and basically go one major upgrade at a time and hopefully improve the car. Now this weekend we have rain for qualifying, which we're not going to take part in because of course we're taking a grid drop. As you can see, the performance chart is looking pretty interesting. McLaren are back into 5th. There's been a few changes, and the last race was a bit of a disaster for us. Our home Grand Prix, our first non-points finish, and that did drop us down in the championship quite a lot, so we need to fight back. However, by fight back, it might be an issue because we have to change the energy store, and that is going to mean a grid drop. Hopefully, we can do the rest of the season on this and we can make it work. So this should be hopefully the only grid drop we take. It isn't the best track for it, but there's nothing we can really do. Our hands are tied. The timing of this has been terrible and we can't do much about it. So as expected, I was questioned about it after qualifying because I didn't take part in the session and the interviews, asking the hard questions about the session and why didn't we do it? Is it going to be an issue for us? And I tried to keep it relatively safe. I didn't want to throw dirt in any direction, and I wanted to just basically say, listen, we're focused on ourselves, we're going to fight back in the race and it's going to be okay. As for practice, it went pretty smooth. Ricardo picked up a decent chunk of points as well, and now we have enough to purchase another major upgrade. So hopefully, if the one that's on the way doesn't foul, we can do another one in the next episode. But guys, no qualifying, straight to the race, last question mark challenge. Let's get to work and let's send it around Hungary.
It's race day in Budapest as we get ready for another round of the Formula One World Championship. We don't expect too many retirements at this track. There are plenty of current and former drivers with flawless finish rates here. In particular, Ralf Schumacher. He made it across the line in all 10 of his Hungarian Grand Prix starts. We're northeast of Budapest for the race today at the 2.7-mile Hungaroring circuit. 14 corners here, 8 to the right and 6 to the left, on a track where downforce is king and passing is notoriously difficult. With the Grand Prix nearly upon us, Anthony Davidson is by my side once again to offer his perspective. Let's talk about Martinez. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances, but what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another great race today.
So here we are then, Hungarian Grand Prix, starting from the back of the grid. Engine penalty, which means we're going to have to try and fight back around a track where it's very hard to overtake. Now, let's talk about strategy for this one, because it's an interesting one. So, it looks like a two-stop is going to be the order of the day. Tire wear seems to be really high around here, so we're going to go for the harder compounds, especially starting on the hards first. I want to try and go long in the first in the case we may still be able to do a one-stop. You know, that might still be possible. Now, fuel-wise, I'm going for about 35.4 laps, so 0.4 over. That should be okay. We can manage fuel if necessary, so it's not a major concern. But the key thing, it seems like Toyota may be not as quick here this weekend, and Braun have taken a step forward, McLaren have taken a step forward, Ferrari, so we'll see what happens. Could be a fun race. We need to fight back though, so let's get to it and let's send it in Hungary. Right, here we go. Time for the race. Hungary, let's get to it. Lights on, lights out, and away we go. Oh, that's a lot of wheel spin. Second phase of the start, not very good. We use a bit of curves and rich mix to fight back. Up the inside of turn one. Everyone braking super early, so we're going to lunge it up the inside. Side by side here with Alonso, who's trying to fight back. Alonso goes down the inside, so just have to be patient here. Trying to be aggressive, but also mindful of the AI, as Alonso and Bourdais go side by side. Going to just sneak around the outside of Fernando there. So that's P18 for us, so we've gained a chunk of places. Got some battling up ahead there, a bit of a break in the train, by the looks of it. Up the inside of Bourdais into the chicane. Going to run him out of road, and through we go. So good start on the hard tire. Not bad at all. P17, gained 5 places. Let's see if we can try and gain a few more here. The pack is fairly compressed at this point. Seems like the train is reforming up ahead, so we're not going to lose too much ground. You can see Hamilton up the road there. Kovalainen running in P12, so McLaren have improved a little bit. They're a bit closer to the points. I think it's a Ferrari leading the way. Yeah, Felipe Massa. Ironically, in the race where, of course, he had that massive accident in this alternate universe, he's leading the race. So we'll see what happens on that front. I feel like I'm quicker than PK already, so let's see if we can maybe look for a move. Not going to be easy. Hungary, of course. Monaco without the barriers, as it's known. Nice final corner. This might give us a chance. Good exit. Got a full bar of curves to use. There we go. Forcing PK defensive. Down the inside. Clean move. PK not done, but we just kind of vaguely cover off the inside and we get ahead. So P16, pace is really good. We are faster than a lot of these cars, so this is encouraging. I think we can fight back in this race. Unlike in the last race where we had no pace, this is looking a lot more encouraging. Pretty close to Buemi here, although he does open up a bit of a gap. But we are very good for the final corner. Backhand steps out, but we're close. Going to keep the curves on and try to have a look. We're reeling him in. Through we go. Backhand a bit loose. Buemi straight back down the inside. Fair play. Lovely cut back. And he gets back in front. Starting to feel like I've got some good pace. And the mediums are starting to wear off. There's a big breakaway. If you look at the mini-map, the leading pack have really opened up a gap now. So we have to try and start making some progress. I feel like I'm knocking on Buemi's door now quite a lot. Might have a chance here actually. Down the inside. Nice. Clean move. Right, P15 baby. Hamilton next. And we've got cars in the pits already. So is that soft tyre runners maybe? Already boxing? Very early if so, but not entirely surprising. Yes it is. So soft tyre runners in the pits. Let's see then. We're going to be P11. So this is a key phase of the race now. We've got to try and push. Clear Hamilton, clear Highfield, get into that clean air and use this tyre to see what kind of pace we have. No one else pits on this lap, so I wonder if that's it. For the soft runners, they've all pit. Or maybe someone's going to try and go longer. Or they've qualified on mediums. And that would explain why they're staying out. Might get Hamilton here. Decent run. Up the inside, bit of a lock up on the way through, but we get it done. Great move. P10 now. And let's get after Heidfeld. Everyone's staying out, so I think everyone now is on mediums ahead of us. Oh, did a flag. That's ahead. Let's have a look then. Let's see who's in trouble. Webber. Mark Webber out the race for Red Bull. We've also seemed to have improved a little bit. So that's P9 for us now. And we're getting even closer to Nick Heidfeld. So looking at our top 8, if we can close in now. Into the final corner. Make sure the exit's on point now. There we go. Use all the curves. Here we go. Draining the tank. That BMW Saab was pretty speedy on the straight. Down the inside we go though. Clean move, keeping the car settled and stable. Heidfeld tries to fight back. We have to use the remainder of the curves. But there we go. P8. Fisichella next. And Kubica after that. Let's get after it. Crucial laps now in clean air. Now it looks like this is our scheduled pit stop lap. And those on mediums haven't even pit yet. So I think we are going to stretch this. I'm going to try and make a one stop work. So 49 left front, we're going to hopefully stay out to around lap 20. And then box for mediums and go for a single stop. So we'll see how that affects the race. But that's going to give us a good chance to fight back, especially versus those who are behind us on the 2-stop. So let's keep pushing. We're closing in on Fisichella now. Here we go, Glock in the pits. First of the medium runners to bite the bullet and change tyres. He was the 5th place car behind the other 4 who were in front of him, so he could be undercutting truly now with a couple of fastest laps. So the Toyotas are now getting their act together, but they haven't been that quick this weekend, so maybe now they're showing their pace a bit. Well, let's see. I wonder if Glock is going to be the only one who does a medium to hard tyre strat, and these guys are going to try and stretch the softs possibly. Nope, Fisichella pits. And we've got a couple of cars in there as well. Kubica in, Button in as well. I think Raikkonen's in there as well. No, he stays out. Oh no, Raikkonen does pit. Okay. So it's Massa that stays out. Personal best on that lap. So we're looking okay right now. This is good pace and this is perfect strategy. So Massa, Barrichello, I'm expecting them in this lap. Just like Ricciardo.
Nick is coming in for a stop.
Right then, this is it now. A few more laps before we pit. Let's make the most of it. Use up these tyres. Ooh, close. Surprised I was track limits, but we'll take it. Not a big deal. Massa in. And Rubinho follows. So that is going to give us P1 as the Brazilians go into the pit lane. So tyre wear warning, bottom right, just flashed up. So the front left obviously around 60%. We can make this 3 more laps and we can swap to mediums and make it to the end. So Glock now setting the pace. Truly, by the way, is on a 2-stop. So he has to box again. So technically, we are ahead of him on track. Net position. He's gaining about 8 tenths per lap on me at the minute, but that's fine. With the gap we have until we pit, we can manage that. But truly, going on the 2-stop, starting on softs, pitting lap 7, means he has to stop again. So if we can finish ahead of Jarno, that would be massive for the championship, of course, because we are basically a race win behind. Same goes for Glock. It's truly leading the championship, and then myself and Glock 25 points behind. Okay, on a personal best, really good in lap. We're going to box now though. We're not going to extend in case truly pits and could undercut us. Mediums selected, ready to go. So this is it. We've made it work. Front left on 70. Probably could have gone one more lap to be fair, just to make the next thing a bit easier, but I don't want to get undercut versus Jarno. We can't afford to get undercut by Jarno, so in we go. Very conservative pit entry to be fair. But job done. Good first stint. That has got us in the race. Yellow flag on the back straight. And oh my god. VSC. Okay, it's not proper VSC, but there is still some time limitation for the AI, so we're going to gain a little bit here. It will hurt the AI just a bit. We're going to be out just behind Seb Vettel. But we're going to jump both Force Indias, Sutil and Fisichella. So happy days. Just got to respect the delta now and we can get back on it. Wait for it. There we go. Right then, back on the way. Back to racing. Let's send it. Let's also just try and manage that front left a little bit better in the stint and get to the end in slightly better tyres. But we have to start pushing now. Oh, Sebastian pits. So is Seb a two-stopper? I think he is. Truly's in as well. Okay. Massive. We go purple in sectors 2 and 3, so we keep Jarno behind. And that brings us back up to P7. So no cars immediately ahead of us. So if we want to get some more points, we're going to have to get on the chase. But let's try and give it a shot. You can see on the map where the other 6 cars are. So let's get after it. Let's try and outscore Truly here and get some points back. Not sure this is going to get the fastest lap point, but hopefully it does. Let's keep pushing. We're going to go on rich mix now and use it at this fuel. See if we can go a bit quicker. Back to back. Let's see. Yes, it is. Let's keep at it. We're gaining nearly a second a lap. Seb takes away the fastest lap. Not really catching that much anymore now. We've used up essentially most of our extra fuel. So I'm just trying to drive as fast as I can really, and I'm hoping the tyres hold up and hold on. But we're only really getting a couple of tenths per lap now on the cars ahead. It's going to be a tricky one, a tall order to pull this one back. It's not going to happen. Used up all my fuel now. Gap is still 6 seconds. Got as low as 5.9, but they are now running at a better pace. I think the tyre crossover is coming in, so the hards are now probably a better tyre. So I think we're just going to have to finish in P7, I think. So here we go, last lap, and in a race which is a bit like Zandvoort in terms of its characteristics and the downforce level, Ferrari yet again 1-2 finish. Question is, which one is going to win? Massa. So Felipe wins, where in real life he had to crash. 1-2, I think Glock gets third in the end, and Braun also right up there. So a bit of a change this weekend in the championship.
So, another excellent win from Ferrari. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
Well, I know it's a bit of a boring answer, but the truth is they simply had the best speed package on the day, and a driver who knows how to take advantage of that. It doesn't matter how much time you spend poring over the stats and planning strategies if you can't keep the pace, and our winner today showed they could do both.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again.
So race done then, a decent recovery from last to 7th. Honestly, very good drive. P22 to P7, 15 places gained, can't complain. Pace-wise, very solid. I think relative to the top 6, very similar. I think I was quicker on fresher tyres, but once they kind of leveled out, it was very similar. But Ferrari 1-2, a big statement. Glock 3rd, and crucially, Truly P10 scores a single point. So that is going to spice up the championship. So, as you can see, we're 3rd, 20 points off the top. Glock cuts the gap down to his teammate, and also Ferrari and Braun move up in the table. So big moves for them. In the constructors, Ferrari up to 3rd, Williams ahead of us by 2 points, and also Braun maintain that 2nd place, and Toyota's gap still 91 points, but a lot of shuffling, a lot of changing in the championship here, and the upgrades playing a part in this one. Definitely a bit of an update in terms of the field order and the shuffle. So yeah guys, cheers for watching, like the video, let's try and smash over 1,000 likes, subscribe for more daily F1 content on my channel. As always, a big shout out to the members for supporting, and yeah, cheers for watching guys, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Take care, and let's goodbye from me.